so we're about to set this baby on fire. And it's only going to burn with the amount of alcohol that I put on here, and it's going to burn it out. And I like to put this on the board. I like to put it on the board. And then also, as a precaution, I have a fire blanket, and over there I have a fire extinguisher, but it normally goes out. Gino, get back. So, and then this table is a marble table. Okay. So now I better get all that off. Let me get the brush. So, all right, so when you do that, all of this is gonna come off. So what you're doing, you burnt off all of that loose felt. That's the point of burning it. If you don't have 100% felt, when you set it on fire, it's going to be on fire, okay? The point of doing that is all of that felt, that loose felt, we burnt it off. So that's the point of burning it. We got off all that loose felt, and we're going to make it more smoother. Okay. So that was rubbing alcohol that I sprayed on. Some people use their favorite brandy. Okay, so that burns off all of the excess felt. Now, to get burn marks in here, now that the alcohol is burned off, literally you hold the fire, and this is what gives you the burn effect. With no alcohol. And when you smell this, guys, it smells like, let me put y'all right here. It smells like burning hair. I ain't even gonna lie. It stinks like burning hair. It's So now that the alcohol is off, these brown marks I'm putting in, now this is burning it. Let's give it that. When you ever see them hats that has this in it, I'm deliberately putting this in there, the burnt effect. And then I go into painting it, and then we're just gonna wait on the actual block to come so I can get the shape that I want. Why do you want that on the hat? It gives it character. And I'm not gonna lie, the smell that it has when you the smell that this has stinks. So if you want the burn effect, you put this on with no alcohol. So the reason why I burnt it with the alcohol is to get off all the loose felt. Now this is putting design in it. So yes, these burnt marks I want on the hat. I want this on my hat. And try, when you do the burnt stuff, try to do it somewhere close to a door. Have a fire blanket. I got my fire blanket off of Amazon. And I should have had it out instead of just holding it in my hand to fan it. But I've kind of burnt these before and I kind of know how and what it's going to do. If you uncertain, have this fire blanket available and ready to go. So if it don't go out, you just smother it out. Don't put it nowhere where you can set other stuff on fire. So to be honest, when it get nicer, as a precaution, I'm gonna start doing this outside as just a precaution. I think that it's safer. You know, the people that have been doing this for a while. So what I'm doing, I'm finna show y'all. I want the trim of my hat to have that. So I'm literally cooking it. Literally. I'm gonna take my horse to the old time road. I'm gonna ride till I can't no more. Ouch, that hurt. It touched my hand. The torch. So when you're doing these hats, you're just giving it character. Like, character, baby. We're talking about practice. So I'm intentionally focusing on the trim. Gino don't like the smell. Yes, it literally smells like something is on fire. Lord Jesus, it is a fire. But y'all see what I'm talking about when you get 100% a felt hat? Nothing like it. Okay. Now see how it's coming along? I'm gonna take my horse to the old time road. I'm gonna ride till I can't no more. But you see, like, a lot of this can be the one I burnt, so, because remember, it haven't been flipped over, so. This. Okay. So I'm still wanting this. My torch came from Walgreens. I got the Brupain that I can, so I don't know if y'all notice what I'm doing. I want the whole trim to have that burn effect. When I get upstairs, I'm going to show y'all how I got inspired for this. I had that. This is the very first hat that made me want to get into this. So you see how, like, when you got a genuine felt hat, you can do this. This hat wasn't genuine. You won't be able to do this. It'll catch right on fire and burn holes in it. Y'all know this Gino ain't nowhere to be found. This stuff stink. Okay. I'm gonna take my horse to the old time road. I'm gonna ride. Okay. I'm gonna take it outside and brighten it up a little bit with a little bit of the gray. But I want that burnt effect going all around the end. Okay, I'll be right back. I'm gonna take my horse to the old time road. I'm gonna... Okay, so I hit it a little bit. I kind of need some gloves because it's gonna turn my hand gray. My hand gonna turn gray. I want my hand to turn gray. You know how when you young, you used to do a lot of stuff, and now when the younger generation do it, you kind of be a Krabby Patty. Now when I was young, I used to beat my music like that. Every time my neighbors come, they younger, and they beat their music. And I'm like to myself, girl, don't be a Debbie Downer. You used to do the same shit. And the neighbors was complaining about you. Now you older, and you don't listen to the music loud like that. Don't be a hater. So I have to not be a hater. I was finding myself, that music's so loud. That music. Oh, that music. Oh, that music. Okay, so now we're going to go upstairs and start mixing the colors. And I still don't have the block that I want, but I want the flat block. But you see, don't you cock up like that. Don't you cock your body up like that. Y'all see? So I was burning it like that. So this is going to be unique. When I get upstairs, I'm going to show y'all the hat that inspired me to become a hat maker. All right. So any imperfections or any of the felt that's in the way, I want you to make sure you brush it real good. So to make the burns permanent, like around the trim, you got to leave it on there longer, okay? So let me show y'all how I got inspired to want to even be doing this. This is why I got inspired. See how this hat got all that burnt stuff on it? This is the vendor that opened up the door for me and paved the way right here. This vendor. This is what got me into deciding to make custom hats. This hat right here was gifted to me by my friend Arbuckle. I think it's 130, 140. So I want some yellow in this hat. So here, y'all see that? That's fabric paint mixed with textile medium. So you decide And then once the hat, this hat is not on the block that I want yet. It's going to be a flat top. But I want some yellow in here. You know, the color, the spring will be coming. So to put some good looking yellow in here. And the thing is, when it dries, it's going to dry phenomenal. Come on. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm trying to keep y'all in frame. So you just get creative and figure out what you want to do and how you want to do your stuff. So I want some yellow in there. Sometimes you got to switch the brushes. Oh, switch the brushes. So yeah, it's a creative dance that I do. It's a real nice creative dance. So with spring coming, I figured some gray, some yellow, some blue, and it still has to be shaped. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put these colors in and kind of let this dry. So once the block comes, I can shape it and stiffen it. So it's all about being creative, being an artist, bringing out your passion, your creativity. And if you wonder, when this paint dries in here, it's going to be permanent. It is going to be a permanent thing once it dries into the felt. It's not just going to be sitting here. It's going to be a permanent thing. And see, like with this, I could throw on some jeans, a dress, or whatever. But this is the hat that made me decide, you know what? I want to be a hat maker. This is what gave me the decision. So if y'all can tell, it's a lot of different layers to hat making. And this was a bar stool, right? How I created this turntable. This was a bar stool. And I took a wood cake spender. My heavy duty, if y'all know, I used to bake cakes too. But when I got diagnosed with that pre-diabetes, I gave up the cakes. So I don't bake the cakes like I used to anymore. I bake them for special occasion and for people, but to keep the sugar out of the house, I decided, you know what, I'm just not going to bake the cakes anymore. So I gave up my cake baking. So I used the turntable, and I used the drill, flipped it upside down, and put it on this table. So if you got, how do you get this? This was actually a wood bar stool. And look for a wood. See that? That's a turntable for a cake. Look for one of those, and there you go. So yes, and once it dries, it's gonna dry in there real nice. When this come together, y'all gonna be like, wow, yeah, it's gonna come together. So the whole time, y'all notice that pen is still there. That's important because I need that pen to let me know what's the back of my hat. What's the front of my hat? What's the back of my hat? But yeah, that's it. That's it. This is how it comes along when you're doing your hat making. I started making a decision. Alexa, what's that notification?
Good afternoon, Amari. One new notification. For Anne, from Amazon Shopping. There are 2 low price offers on items you might like.
Alexa, be quiet.
First,
Alexa, never mind.
Canceling.
I thought she was going to tell me that my packages is here. She's finna run off everything in my cart. I could have something naughty in my cart that I don't want y'all to know about, and she gonna tell. Yes, I could have a naughty in my cart, and she gonna say it out loud. No. So y'all get the gist of what I'm doing, right? Like, this is my base colors that I want. So this is it. Gino, hushy, hushy, hushy. Hush. They're going to come with something. Be quiet. Hushy, hushy, hushy. So y'all see how these videos could turn out and go into 45 minutes from just this, and it can go into 45 minutes. Okay. Okay, so I gotta let this dry. And then, like, y'all will just see the magic that it do. Yes, it's like, when y'all first see it, it looks like, what is going on here, right? But it ain't gonna look like that when it's done. Yeah, make sure you blend it in there good. Okay. So I'm going to add one more color, then I'm going to let it be. I'm going to let this be. We're going to log off, and I'm going to let it dry a little bit because sometimes you got to go. Sometimes you got to go. Now, see, I don't have nothing down. So I'm not going to go too crazy with this one because I don't have my thing down. Okay, so we're going to stop for now because I don't have my drop cloth down, okay? So me not having my drop cloth down, there's a possibility that I can get blue everywhere. So my drop cloth isn't down. So as of now, we're going to start letting it dry. I'll show y'all a little bit. We're going to start letting the colors soak in here and letting it dry. And then just kind of showing y'all this is how when you're making a hat, kind of how it all start to come together, okay? It's a work in progress. I need you to okay, so we're gonna stop it right there, okay? We're gonna let these soak in. So that's what happened once the everything soak in and start to soak up the paint and everything. But then once it get on the block that I need, y'all see this, it's gonna come together. Then I burn it some more and all this different stuff. But this is how, when you're making a hat, how it all start coming together. Okay? So we done sanded, we done buffed it, we start putting the colors in. So yeah, so I'm gonna let these colors soak in there, and it's soaking into my lid. I'm gonna let that do what it do. But it's a beautiful technique when it comes together. It's a beautiful technique when it comes together. And then if you see, I'm adding the yellow, the blue, the brown, because I want this to kind of go with, you know what I mean? I could put on some blue jeans. If I decide to put on some brown, it's like you got a combination, a little of everything coming together. Okay. So this is Rit dye in bottles. So I put the Rit dye in the bottles and mix it up, and they be waiting on standby. Girl, when you need me, call me. I'll be there. So, alrighty. This is the hat making in full fledged. This hat is not shaped yet, but this is how I got inspired. Y'all see this hat? A vendor made this for me. My friend Arbuckle got this hat for me. But you see how flat it is and how just unique. This is what got me into... I'm crooked. This is what got me into hat making. This hat right here is what put me on the map, that made me make the ultimate decision that I want to make hats. So this is kind of the process of what it's doing. It's starting to dry, and I've added some coloring in there, and we're going to get offline, and I'll see you guys again in another video. And this, I don't have the block that I want yet. The block that I need is not here yet. So I got to wait on that block, and then that's when I can do the shape. So this one is going to be a flat top, because majority of all my hats is fedora. So I'm going to turn this one into a flat top. So I don't know when I'm going to get that block, like Monday, Tuesday, whenever. And then we're going to burn it, set it on. Not burn it that away. When the paint dry, I'll burn it like this. See how see that? This is burned. That is burned. This burned. That's burned. You get what I'm saying? When it's dry and put all together, then I go to burning it again. But this one is going to be a flat top. So, see you guys in another video. Thanks for watching, guys. We're going to let this dry. Toodles. Hey guys, I'm in my zone. Don't worry about me. So I'm still working this out. It's not shaped yet. It's still on the one block, and the band is not on there yet. I just want to see the colors come together. But this is what it do. This is what it do. Come on. I'm sorry, guys, but the music is in my ear, so I'm not, which I know YouTube. So, guys, when I get in the zone, I'm just in the zone and I'm just playing around with all the colors, blending the colors, different things like that. And I'm deliberately burning the trim because I want that to have a defined burnt line. So to do that, the longer you leave it on, the more it's going to burn. So that's what I'm intentionally doing. So it's intentional. And this will go with, you know, spring colors. All the colors. I'm waiting on the block to come, because this one is going to be a square top. So it's not shaped. So if it look big, it's still in the block mode. This band is not on there yet, because I'm waiting on the other block to come to put it on to shape it. And then I permanent make everything. But I just went on and got the painting and the buffing and all that stuff out of the way. So only thing I got to do is shape it. I think I won't have that block till like Monday or Tuesday. It's coming from Canada. So, Monday or Tuesday, Canada. So, that's what's going on behind the scenes. And yes, I wanted this burnt trim. So, I'm intentionally burning, going all around there, and that's what gives like the burn effect. But I love making these hats, though. This is real peaceful. So that's what I'm doing, and I'm gonna let y'all go. But just behind the scenes of what goes down when I'm making a hat. How do I get inspired? A lot of times I'll go on Pinterest, or I get inspired from clothes that I own. So if I have some clothes, I look at those clothes and say, I like those colors. So then I will mix these colors to match that. So I'm intentionally, I want the trim to have a burnt effect. So I'm intentionally roasting the trim of the hat. So when you creative design, you design yours the way you like. And that's what I'm doing. And if your hat is not 100% felt or a wool hat, you can't burn it like that. It'll melt. So make sure you know what you're burning before you try this technique. So I get my hat from the same vendor, so I kind of know what I'm getting. So just be aware of what you're getting. So yeah, so that's what I'm doing. Doing all of my own little things that I want to do. So, okay, guys, I'll see you guys in another video, okay? Thanks for watching. Toodles.